Hello, I am Gepwin. You joined me after my That's not the shot I was looking for. You joined me after my disappointing dragon fight that you saw on Monday. This is episode 21 of GepwinCraft. I can't really jump, specifically because I built this thing to keep me from jumping. There we go. I look really weirdly. My glasses make me look weirdly cross-eyed when my face is really up close. These are glasses, not pupils. Oh, now I can't unsee them as pupils. I shouldn't have said that. That's bad. Okay, quick. Just take the helmet off. That's better. That's better. There we go. I don't look weird anymore. Yes. You joined me as I am sorting out another of my AFK fishing sessions. And I had something happen during one of the last AFK fishing sessions that made me very sad and realize how much I need to rebuild this system. Because a creeper blew up my house. I came over here to throw some stuff into the trash, because I made that trash thing a while ago, and creeper just dropped down, exploded a little bit of my storage in here, which is just so disorganized. Oh my goodness gracious me, look at all these random chests full of randomness. Oh, we need to get some organization going. Anyway, they destroyed half of this fish container. That's really the only thing that got destroyed, but it dropped fish everywhere. Oh my, it made me realize how much I needed to organize stuff, so I kind of went through unbreaking, and I got all the books out of here. I forgot how many random things I had in here. This efficiency one might be good to take to the end with me next time I fight the dragon. And I have these weakness potions and these health and regeneration and fire resistance potions that I really forgot about. I really forgot about all of these, and I have a power bow for some reason. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of the AFK fishing, kind of getting all my stuff back into order and getting more books. And it's taken me so long, mostly because of the amount of time I've had to spend sorting out all of my junk. Blast protection goes in miscellaneous armor bits, because I don't want blast protection in its own thing. Silk touch and efficiency. That goes in Silk Touch and other useful pick enchantments. And then this is what? That's Efficiency 5, which has its own box. Efficiency 5. There he is. Looting also, but efficiency is the main thing there. Flame Fortune and Sharpness are pretty useless, as is Infinity and all the other things. So, what I really want to do is work out the sorting system for our fish farm. And the thing is, the fish farm is right there-ish. So I just want to I'm going to start by building up underneath the fish farm, clearing all the water, cutting out that tunnel, using that as the initial part of the sorting area, and then running part of the storage system from that into this storage system here, for the arrows and whatnot, because we get bones, we get spider web, and we get rotten flesh from that sorting system. And then I also have a plan where I'm going to separate out stackable and non-stackable items, and I just need to check one thing really quick. Books do not count as fuel, so I cannot put books in a furnace. That's all I needed to know. Never you mind why. I'm halfway done clearing out the space underneath our fish farm. You can see there's our storage chest right there. This is turning out pretty well. I even have gotten into our tunnel, so our mob farm is right there. Right the heck there next to this wall. I didn't realize that this tunnel was so long. And now I need to get up there, and the other half of this is covered in water. And I'm not sure how, but one of my parrots has wound up following me in here. There must be a zombie in or near my house, because when the zombies get close, they all go out of "we're gonna sit" mode, and they come in here. I really need to concentrate really hard on creating a kind of light bubble around my home. Is he on me? Yep, we got the parrot. Okay, good. Just to keep the frickin'... I need to keep the dang zombies just away from my house and parrots. I just need to light up every square inch for a couple miles. Just a few chunks around, just so I don't have to worry about zombies and creepers and stuff in just the small area around my house. It doesn't seem like that'd be too much to ask. Hi, squid. We have a captive squid. Because this is all enclosed. There's no way that squid is getting out of here. Like, there's absolutely no place for that squid to go. Oh, I guess that side's not completely enclosed. I thought it was. Oh well, I'm going to continue putting down dirt and taking it away, because that's basically all I've been doing for like 20 minutes in here. Oh, and now I have the wonderful added bonus of being able to fall. I just had to make a new axe, which makes me sad, because if I'd remembered to just bring a ender chest with me to the end, I could have put that armor and axe and stuff like in the ender chest and it would have been fine. Well, now then, I need to reorganize a little bit on the inside of my system here, because I dug out underneath. Underneath is all dug out and fine and good, and you can actually see it past this chest, because chests have a weird amount of hitboxes. But I need to put in kind of a lever or something right here, because I want to make a storage system down yonder a ways. I don't have a lever on me right now. That's not a lever, apparently. What is a lever? I need, like, cobblestone for a lever, don't I? And that's why I can't make one, and that is silly. That's silly. Oh well. Anyway, this is where I want the hole to be, because I want kind of a lever there, and we'll deal with that in a second. Anyway, down we go. Boop. Still got feather falling. Check that out. This is where we're doing a lot of the sorting system. And then once I've got it kind of sorted, I'll either have a bit of storage in here that's like fishing stuff specific, which I might do, or I'll take some of it that away and merge it into more of the sorting system. But I might do that later, because I still don't have a huge amount of iron to waste, so I don't want to use like a ton of I don't want to be using a ton of hoppers when I don't need to in a long line going out that direction. Especially when the update comes up, I'll be able to make water stream conveyors without packed ice, which I'm very much looking forward to, and that will get rid of a lot of my hopper problems. Now then, up here to business. We've got hoppers, and I just want to come up here with some scaffolding so that we can work a little bit up this way. So I want a couple things here. First off, that was a squidopus. Squidopus. Put that in the wrong place, didn't I? But I need the lever to be there, because here is too complicated. So I need a hopper here. But I don't want it to go there. I just want this hopper to be able to turn on and off, and this is going to be kind of the key to the system. So go that way, maybe? Go that way, and then we'll bring it around that direction and kind of make the storage system go this way. That might work out. Those are the ones that we... Oh, whoops. Okay, time to get ourselves a lever. Da-na-na-na. Uh-oh. So if I put a fish in here, that should stay in there because that system's turned off. Hooray! Now then. Oh, and you can see from the outside, actually doesn't look that bad. You can tell that there's kind of a big dirt room underneath there, but if you're just perusing the lake, it actually doesn't look that off the way that we built it here. If I extended out this platform very slightly, which I might do, I don't know. But if I extended that out slightly, you wouldn't be able to tell very much at all. So we've got this here, we've got the farm over there. I am going to forget that I need to change the entrance to this farm before the new update comes out. Our lake is filling up with stuff, which is unfortunate because I do want to make an underwater thing. I had that suggestion a long time ago, and I've been thinking about a good way to do it, and I wanted to build something kind of cool under the lake, and we might do it kind of over there near the village. Have like a village, maybe some kind of secret entrance in the village that goes down and into like the underwater dome part of the village, which I don't know what we'd put in there, but that would be kind of neat. Maybe just an aquarium. Fill this up with tropical fish that we grab from somewhere and put in like a little domed aquarium-y thing there that maybe connects into our storage area. Or possibly this big ravine we got here. I mean, that would be neat. But I'm accidentally filling up the lake with a lot of things. So that's a trap chest. I need a normal chest. I need a normal chest, and I want it to be over here. This chest does not matter. It doesn't matter if I can get into it. But I will clear this out just because, I don't know, I need scaffolding stuff. Alright, this here is a chest. These don't go into anything. I need these two to go into that chest because these are both going to be part of this sorting system here. So, boop, boop. And no, that's not right, is it? I can build these in my dang sleep if I want to. Okay, we've got main line. We've got second line. Okay, it does go that way because this block gets powered. That block gets powered. That's the one that gets powered. These are bulky as all get out, and I hate them. But necessary. Unfortunately necessary for the cool thing I want to do. Alright, so these go down like this. Then I grab those. So those are now lit up like Christmas. Comparator. Comparator. I hate you. I hate you. I hate your face. I hate your family's faces. This is just to separate the fish that I can cook from the fish that I can't cook. So, raw fish. Raw fish. That goes through. That should not be powering the other one. Okay, good. Good. 64 full. This is a backup proof system. There we are. So now we're sorting raw fish and salmon into this large chest. That's all I wanted to do. Oh, why is it so complicated? Okay, bulky boy. Okay, we got it. Put this chest the other way so it's just not too close to the other one. Thank you. Then hopper into there. Okay. Now we do pretty much the same thing here, which means we should have a repeater running into there, and then actually replace that with stone so I don't break it. Give me a repeater that runs into that block. That gets powered off of this. This is bad. This is not a good system. That gets powered off of this torch. Okay. So now if I grab, wait, where did the, okay, there it is. If I grab this fishing rod and I put it into there, that turns this on, and it should power it by 2, which should turn off this, which then sends it into this chest. Well, that's odd. Anyway, the idea here is if I put something that is stackable, like a fish, it only sends out a redstone signal strength of 1. If I put in something that is not stackable, like my axe here, that sends out a strength of 2 and puts the axe in there. Unfortunately, it seems to be doing something odd with letting this push out. So that pushes into here. If it's a non-stackable item, it goes to that chest back there. If it is a stackable item, which will be sticks and bones and spider webs and our other kinds of fish, it goes into here. Let's do a really quick test to make sure that this is working. So I need to grab a bunch of the random junk that I've gotten here. Okay, I need to put more of my random junk that I'm not using in here. Let's grab a bunch of the random stuff that we get out of the fish farm. Bows and leather and fish and, you know, all this stuff. This is the stuff that we get out of a standard, like, fishing session. There it is. I need to be able to turn off that stupid lever. Alright, so right now this lever is on. Right now this lever is on, and it's keeping anything from leaving this chest. If I turn this off, we should wind up with some more fish in here. Let's actually just put some more fish in there. We should wind up with fish and salmon in that chest, non-stackable items in that chest, and everything else in that chest. So let's hit this and see if it works. Too many things in the overflow chest. Okay. Something's not working with our stackable things chest, and I'm not sure what it is. I figured it out. It's because I had a tick delay on this thing. I replaced the repeater with a redstone, but it's because I added the one tick to that repeater in an effort to try to fix whatever the heck is going on here. I still don't know why this is staying in there, because as I understand hopper mechanics, there's absolutely no reason that should be staying in there. But maybe I'm wrong. Now that I finally have the basic sorting system done, it's time to go back and build us a little bit of a furnace system to sort out the bows and fishing rods. This escalated quickly. Now I'm going to tell you straight off, this is a test version. I have been iterating on it, so there is some redundant circuitry and stuff in here. If anyone is interested in me possibly doing a refined tutorial on this thing, let me know, and I can work on one. But let me go through the basics for you here, and then I'm going to jump over and build it in the actual world. This line of redstone is now completely unnecessary. It should just be connected up to this one, so actually all of these blocks are unnecessary. I should just connect that up. So the top bit here is a standard super smelter, distributed smelting setup. You put fuel in this chest, it goes along the hoppers here, triggers the comparator, and then unlocks all the hoppers below, moving one item down per row. Same thing for here. This is where your cooking items, so in this case fish, go. This is where the fish go. The fish go along here, and you see every time it blinks, it puts one more fish down into the system. Right now they all are full, but then these would also have to get completely full in order for the thing to back up, so I'm not very worried about it. Not very worried about it at all. Now this bit here would be hooked up to where the books, the boots, and the saddles would go, because those are the unstackable items. Oops, let's get rid of this. Those are the unstackable items. And let's go through what this thing does, but I need to grab a bow. Get in there, bow. Oh, and a fishing rod, because oddly enough, I didn't know this until I looked it up. Bows and fishing rods actually burn in furnaces at different speeds, which is an interesting one to me. So if we kind of randomly distribute a few bows and fishing rods and books in here. By the way, if you are working in creative mode, you can hold down middle click and drag to spread them out in a chest like that. It'll just copy whatever you grab, or give you a full stack of whatever you grab, but since these can't stack, the full stack is in fact 1. So what this is going to do is this chest, when I turn this on, is going to unlock this hopper. This would be coming from our sorting system. That is then going to put one item each into all of these hoppers, which it'll just run along the top here. It's then going to activate this comparator, which is going to turn off this torch, which is going to hit this repeater, and this repeater is set to a max. So 1, 2, 3, 3. This repeater is set to 3 ticks, I believe, which is just enough for this to turn off, this turns off and lets the items like fall down into these and then go into the furnaces before this turns off with this delay. The other thing that this delay is doing is it is allowing this system to work. So when this torch turns off, it updates this observer, which then spits this redstone block out here. This is just a normal piston. It pushes out this redstone block. This observer activates twice, but this is a normal piston, not a sticky piston. That does not matter at all because it activates when this turns off and then on. What this redstone block does is start up this hopper timer that has 64 items in it. Now, as long as this redstone block is extended, it activates this redstone, which blocks off this second line of hoppers here. So if this was off, when this is off, these hoppers, the second line of hoppers, don't go into the furnaces. They just get dragged straight down into this bottom line of hoppers that goes into this large chest. But when this is on, it blocks off these hoppers that are going straight down into this lower line of hoppers, and it allows these upper hoppers here. I have a thing on there, but there's a row of upper hoppers here, there we go, that are pointing into the furnaces. So that's what turns back on when this redstone deactivates. It unlocks these hoppers, which allows items to be pulled down from the top and pushed into the furnaces. But when this is on, it prevents this from activating. So then the other thing that this does is it locks the input here. So we get one row of items, it turns that on. It locks the input so no more items go through this. Then it unlocks this. This locks and these lock 1 or 2-ish ticks before these unlock. It's very, very quick, but it is enough to matter. That's what the large delay on this repeater is. Then this clock is set up in such a way that when this changes over, this will not turn itself off. So this changes over anytime there are items in this hopper, which this switching over allows items to flow from this hopper into this hopper. Then anytime there are items in this hopper, it activates this comparator, which sends a signal over here that continues locking this, even when this moves backward. Once this hopper is empty, it activates this redstone line, which pushes the block back and allows this hopper to start emptying. But because we also have this comparator running into this line remains on and activated the entire time. So this line remains activated, this remains blocked off, and these all remain on until this has emptied itself again, at which point this comparator, there we go. At that point, this comparator turns itself off, deactivates all the redstone in the state it is now, and allows both these hoppers to be unlocked, moving any items that are left in the hoppers down into this bottom row and into this chest, and also unlocking this input hopper, which allows the items to flow in from our buffer chest back into the system. Now this all goes a bit slowly, because the idea here is this timer is enough time for a fishing rod to burn in a furnace all the way. Because a fishing rod is the highest thing, I believe it's 400 ticks, that is going to be burning in our furnace. So this takes 64 items over and back. So it's like 120 item things. I'm not sure that an item going equals a tick, but it's enough time for the furnaces to burn through. I've done some experiments, and this seems to be the littlest amount of time that works well. Then, once anything that's in this that is burnable burns, the only thing left in this line of hoppers will be books, boots, or saddles, which are the 3 non-burnable, non-stackable items that you can get out of a fish farm, which means that everything that is not a bow or a fishing rod will wind up in this chest here. So let's see this thing in action. It's going to take a minute, but I should wind up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should wind up with 6 books and nothing else at the end of this. So let us give this a quick look. It goes through, it activates, it turns this on, which locks this off. So now nothing is moving through these hoppers. You see everything is stuck in this buffer chest. This timer is going. It's on about halfway through. It is locking off all of these, so we should not have anything in this chest yet. Yep. Nothing has moved down into this, and as you can see, we have one furnace still active. That's a little worrying because I feel like we should have gotten more than one item out of that, but we'll see. Now that furnace is burned through. This hopper timer just switched back over, so as soon as this empties itself back out, which is going to be in about 20 whatever this increment of time is, this will turn itself off, which will allow anything that's left in these hoppers to come down here, as well as allowing the items to begin moving through here again. So what did we get in the chest? We've gotten 3 books so far. So far, we've got 3 books and nothing else. These 3 furnaces are on. You can see the light update. So now we have 3 more furnaces that are on and burning through. That one still had a bow in it. That's why I have that timer. Because if there was still a bow in there, when this reactivated and a bow got to here, the bow would stay and would move itself back down. So that's what the long timer is for, to give the furnaces enough time to use up any fuel that happens to be inside them. And now we are also getting cooked fish out the other end. So this thing is like the ultimate in fish sorting systems, because it cooks the fish and gets rid of superfluous items like the bows and the fishing rods that you are going to wind up with just millions of. Way more than you want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all 6 books. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bows left in here, so that should get taken care of next time this runs through. And we should just have these furnaces burning up things. And nothing but books should wind up in here. Now, unfortunately, we don't get just books. We'll get saddles and boots and some other miscellaneous armor bits as well. But for the most part, this will really cut down on the clutter. And it will also output cooked fish in the end. It's a very slow way of getting cooked fish, but it will also cut down on the amount of salmon and fish that we have in storage as well. We're going to have to see how big of a buffer system we need for the salmon and fish, because we do get salmon and fish a lot faster than we get other things. Okay, so that's going through. I'm going to hang around until this runs through itself one more time, but that should have been every single item that we put in here. And all we should have gotten out of the end is a lot of cooked fish and these 6 books. So this thing seems to be working okay. It's very slow, but also an AFK fish farm does not produce that many materials, so it should work pretty well for our purposes. That just ended. We don't have any more items moving through this because it used up everything that was in the hopper there. Fish, how backed up is the fish? A bit backed up, so we need to watch that because this does cook very slowly. Very slowly. I might have to put some kind of limiter on how many fish move through the system at once or something. We'll see. But like I said, it does not like fish farms produce items that quickly. And the only thing we've wound up with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. We now have a system that gets rid of all of those damaged bows and fishing rods that just fill up your inventory and you never use for anything, no matter how much you go, oh, you could just repair them if you put them in a thing and then you have a bunch of spare bows. No. No. We're not doing that. We're burning them. We're burning them all. Now I just have to... I do need to miniaturize this design a teeny bit and build it in the survival world. Yay, because it uses 3 times as many hoppers as I thought it would. So that's fun. I just finished a quick AFK fishing session. There's nothing in our chest because we have implemented the system that I was building in the redstone test world. Let's quickly put our fishing rod away so we don't lose the thing. Now, because of space concerns, you can kind of see... Oh yeah, you can see where it is because it's over this ravine and there's light. I might have to deal with that. But because of space concerns, I wound up having to put my miscellaneous overflow chest kind of over here where we can't get to it down there. So I punched a hole. I'm going to put some trapdoors here for safety. We got a clownfish, we got a name tag, we got some bowls, lids, etc. But all of this is not no stack things. There's no books, boots, saddles, etc. in there. I cannot get down that way. Let's see if we have nothing but books and stuff in our other chest, because if this thing has worked, we should have nothing in there except cooked fish, saddles, boots, and books, because anything else should have gone into. So these are not backed up, not as backed up as I thought they might be. Okay, but there's nothing in the buffer chest for the fish. Cooked fish, 19. We wind up with 51 raw salmon in there. That doesn't seem like it worked well. Okay, 19 cooked salmon. That doesn't seem like as many as I thought I should have. Maybe it's just because of the limitations of how many bows and fishing rods are actually winding up in the system. Let's see if it worked. Yeah, it did. It worked fine. We don't have any bows or... oh, I forgot water bottles are non-stackable items. That's right. Oh well, but we don't have any bows and we don't have any fishing rods, which is really cut down on the storage space that we need for those non-stackable items, because I just wanted to filter out, like, that's like half of the non-stackable stuff we get. So what do we get? Efficiency, unbreaking, looting, the protection not back, fortune 3, that's not bad. Frostwalker sharpness, I got one usable book out of all this. Now the other thing that I would like to do, which I'm not going to do yet because I'm running out of materials, but I would very much like to incorporate a dump system here. So I look in here, I check like book, don't want any of that, maybe grab this water bottle, and then I turn on the clear chest system and we just dump that instead of me having to go through a bunch of other things. But overall, this is working out. We did have some weird space concerns, so I've had to shove it in at an awkward angle in a weird place, and I did cut down on the number of furnaces. I went with a 4 furnace system instead of the 8 because I was running out of iron for the hoppers. Also, I'm glad that I did, because we are currently at, I don't know why we have 50 fish in this one and only 5 fish in all the other ones, because that shouldn't really be a thing unless all the salmon congregated down there and we've got nothing but raw fish, normal raw fish in these, and we've only gotten a couple of bows in at a time. So I might have to check on that, I guess. I don't know. I don't want the fish backing up too much, so if that starts breaking the system, we might have to figure out something to do with that. Maybe just route this off a different direction. Like if this chest starts getting full, it activates a hopper on this side that lets this go out and do a coal-powered furnace just to clear it a bit. That could be an idea. Or if it's that backed up, we might just dump it into lava or something. Anyway, I want to incorporate some auto trash systems on this thing, which would be pretty nice. But so far, pretty good. Fortune 3, definitely not bad. Not rare, but not bad. Well, that turned out pretty well. I'm still getting zombie noises. I feel like something changed with my light levels recently, and I'm not sure why. Let's see, miscellaneous enchantments. There we go. Fortunes. I just really feel like we're getting more zombies all of a sudden. Don't know why that would be, but I'm so glad that worked. That was great. Now I can try the Ender Dragon again. I don't know if I'm going to record the whole thing or not this time, but hopefully we'll be able to get that done now that we have our system. And for anyone who didn't see the beginning, I'm not sure I'm going to edit this because I got way more footage than I will ever be able to turn into an episode building this stupid thing. But you can turn the system off. You can lock it at the source, so if I ever need to get bows and fishing rods out of the sessions, if I need to replace a bow, which I'm never going to because I have 200 of the danged things in storage, like, if I ever do need bows, I can turn the thing off, so don't worry about that. But that will do it. Like I said, if you want a full tutorial on this, I'll try to clean it up and make one, so do let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. Otherwise, we'll just be back later in the week with more episodes. I'm sorry this one missed Wednesday. It just could not be done in time. It would have put me behind for like the next week to try to finish this one in a day. I thought I could, though. I was naive. I was definitely naive. Naive. I'm just saying, it's late, and I'm just saying things, which one could argue is what I normally do, but they make more sense most of the time. At least I feel like they make more sense most of the time. That's just my addled brain telling me that the things I'm saying make sense. But mostly, like, subscribe, etc. I don't have a sponsorship deal, so you don't have to go buy Blue Apron or anything. So just like and subscribe, and that's fine. And I will see you soon.